Hi everyone, welcome back to the school year 2021 to 2022. I hope you have a blast already with, resting, relaxation and chilling during your vacation because we are already going to start with the school year and step up as we start our school year for 2021 to 2022. So pandemic is still there. I mean, the cases are still, high and still increasing. So this is our new normal, the modular or the online distance learning. So to start with, we're going to have our subject orientation here for this subject, creative writing. So creative writing is one of the subjects or applied subjects of UMS. So we're going now to, I'm going to be switching you already with my presentation for our subject orientation. So let's start now. Before we start our subject orientation in the subject of creative writing, let me introduce myself first. By the way, I'm Miss Maria Jessica L. Similia, and I will be your subject teacher for creative writing for this school year and this semester, 2021 to 2022. So to give you an introduction of me, I got a degree of Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, and also I got a degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in language teaching, and got some units for curriculum development for my doctorate degree. So for the subject taught, I do handle and I did handle also some subjects in English here at senior high school, particularly for this semester. I do handle 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world and creative writing. For my teaching experiences, I do handle, English subjects way back in my, as a grade school teacher, college lecturer, and also as a junior high school teacher. So as a teacher, I am very particular with the utilization of, language, but not just merely using language, but also having the values formation while utilizing language in different contexts. So let's start now with the subject orientation of creative writing. To give you an overview of creative writing is different from other kinds of writing because creative writing deals into, writing creatively and really the opposite of, formal writing. Because here, you're gonna be, experiencing writing poems, writing stories, and also, different writing of, drama script like that. Because creative writing uses colorful words, unlike in formal writing. So let's proceed. So now let's now proceed with what are the contents for the first quarter. For the first quarter, gonna be dealing with three modules, including module one, wherein the title is about the use of imagery, diction, figures of speech, and specific experiences to evoke meaningful responses from readers. Another one, which is about the writing short poem, applying the various elements and literary devices, exploring innovative, techniques. And module three, which is about identifying and writing the composition, exploring the various elements, techniques, and literary devices in various models of fiction. Now for the content standard, when we talk about content standard, this is about the theoretical and knowledge that you're gonna be learning as you go on with creative writing. So the first one is about imagery, diction, figures of speech, and variations on language. So another one is about poetry as a genre and how to analyze its elements and techniques. Another, fiction as a genre and are able to analyze its elements and techniques. While on the other hand, for the performance standard, you need to be able to While on the other hand, you're going to also demonstrate or like producing short paragraphs or, Binay, and then using imagery, diction, figures of speech, and specific experiences. Another, you're going to produce also a short but well-crafted poem, produce at least one striking scene for a short story. And while for the second quarter, you're going to be dealing with this one in terms of drama and some short stories. So here, the content standard will be like you're going to understand drama as a genre and able to analyze its elements and techniques. While on the other hand, you're going to compose also for the performance standard at least one scene for a one act play that can be staged and then produce a craft or craft an essay on the personal creative process, deploying a consciously selected orientation of creative writing. Here, you're going to also design a group blog for poetry and fiction, produce a suite of poems, and full completed short story or a script for a one act play with the option of staging. And you're going to also create a hypertext literature. So that's basically the content of creative writing. So expect that into, inputs and notes for, creative writing is more of how to write those, literary forms and how are you going to present it, creatively. So this is a grading system that you're gonna be, having with creative writing. Since we are still into, modular and online distance learning, you're going to have only days weighted grade, which is about written works is about 25%, and then the performance task is about 50%. Now, you will be given session guide or like weekly home learning plan that will be given by your advisor, and that will be also your guide as you answer your module. For week, what are you going to answer and what you need to accomplish? So, and also, you're gonna be guided on how are you going to do it and answer it and what are the deadlines. So here, the use of session guide, you're going to read the activities to be accomplished, and also you need to be attentive with the deadline. So for the class schedule, I think your advisor has already given to you your specific class schedule. I think for my UMS 1, 2, and 3, you were given, I think for my schedule, I think you are scheduled to me for the days of Wednesday, Thursday, and I think that's it. I don't know who is into morning, afternoon, and the morning of Thursday. Anyway, so for the class monitoring, we're going to have asynchronous consultation hour and synchronous consultation hour. For the synchronous consultation hour, your teacher or me, teacher and student will have online consultation that can be done through video conferencing, Facebook Live, group chat, call, text, and peer teaching. Now, if I can't have or we can't have the synchronous consultation, we can have it through group chat. Okay? So, but my line, the communication line is all, open. Just make sure na wag naman super gabi kayong magme-message. Kasi I don't have time. I know that some of you nakakapag-online lang kayo like alas 10 ng gabi or 11 p.m. But make sure naman, wag kayong dali-dali in terms of, I replying you in the middle of the night. Okay? So don't expect a response from it. So maybe kung nag-message kayo ng alas 10 ng gabi, umaga ko na kayo ma-reply because I need the rest also. So there will be recitation regarding the topic as a schedule. So it depends on how am I going to, to communicate with you or do some recitation. It can either be call or it can either be also in video call or it can either be also in, group chat. It depends. So this applies a two-way process of distance learning. And I know you're very familiar with this one because last school year, you did already the synchronous consultation. While on the other hand, for asynchronous consultation, which is the opposite of synchronous, like student will continue studying what is on the module, and the teacher may just post video, PowerPoint presentation, and suggest link for student to study. For you guys, I think I have already or will be uploading videos or like discussions for your subject in creative writing. I'll just see. I am gonna be see to it that I have a discussion for each lesson, hopefully. Okay, so for the class monitoring, for the first week, you're going to be having asynchronous. Second week, we're going to have synchronous. Third week, we're going to have asynchronous. And then fourth week, we're going to have synchronous. Just wait for my information to be posted into, or instruction to be posted into your, GC. So how are you going to submit your activities? I think like last year, you're going to submit, if you are into the modular way, you're going to submit it into drop of point. Now, for those people that have the access for the internet, you can send your message, your output through my Gmail account and Google Classroom and Messenger. And also for our official FB group of the subject if there will be. Now, just in case, para po hindi nawawala ang inyong mga output, make sure that you have, a copy of it, like take a picture of it whenever you submit your output. Para just in case lang na mawala ang output nyo, you have your plan B and also you have an extra copy of it. Para pag nawala, you can just send it through my messenger. Okay? So these are this will be our house rules as we go on with modular or online distance learning. First, you need to follow the weekly home learning plan as is. No late outputs unless you have a reasonable excuse because kaya hindi ka nakapagpasa ng output. But stick with the weekly home learning plan. Unless you have, unless you have, a problem in terms of physical or mental or health issues, that's a valid reason for you not to pass the output. But I need to have a letter from your parent na you're undergoing that kind of, okay? But my advice with you is that you need to follow the weekly home learning plan para hindi kayo nasa-stress. Kasi kahit naman yung mga lame excuses nyo, gagawin nyo pa rin yan. Understand? So another one is be guided in our lesson using your module. Make sure that you finish the given task on time and submit it on a required date. Strictly follow your schedule para hindi kayo nasa-stress. Okay? So another one is you need to have no other distractions aside from studying. Another, set your priorities and time management para hindi nag-overlap ang mga activities because I know creative writing is not your only subject for this semester. Okay? Kasi the more na nagka-cram, the more kayo nakakagawa ng mga gawain na hindi maganda, that will, have an effect in your future. Another one is you need to find your comfortable place for your study. Make sure that it is safe and free from any, distractions. Another, check your signal and power source if you're having, online distance learning and we're having Google Meet or we're having like Messenger and like that. So as much as possible, avoid multitasking. Focus on the task and discussion. Kaya here, napaka-importante ng weekly home learning plan para hindi kayo nagkakaroon ng multitasking. Kasi the more na you do multitask, the more na marami kayong iniisip and the more na stress kayo. Another, you can post questions in the comment section or just reserve to ask it after the lesson presentation. Or you can also post your question into our group chat, especially if it will benefit, others also. other members of your section. Now, always open your line for communication so that I, as your teacher, knows yung progress, your learning progress as you learn English and as you learn creative writing for that subject. Now, you need to always follow the health protocols when receiving and submitting your modules for your cluster center. Because this time around, we're going to be very particular and be strict with our health protocols in terms of your parents will be submitting your modules, particularly at creative writing and then also in your other subject na hindi na pwede yung kayo ang nagdadala ng module kasi mas mahirap ngayon, mas tumataas ang cases. So, to make COVID-19 stop, we need to follow, the safety and health guidelines like that. So another, you need to participate with full focus with manners, okay? I know we are online distance and a modular distance learning and there's no face-to-face, but your manners should not suffer, okay? Though, you are into online distance learning, you need to do what you need to do. Well, it's like also with face-to-face, like, your way of how you communicate the teacher and also your way of how you behave with words into your group chat and also your way of how you deal things with yourself. So participate with full focus with manners. Another is also aside from having manners also is like you need to practice personal hygiene even if we are with online distance learning, okay? So practice like from 6 a.m. that you're brushing your teeth, also taking a bath so that you are ready as you start with learning with my subject in creative writing or even in other subjects because I got a technique for that. To start your day and para magkaroon ng sipag ang iyong katawan, kailangan mo maligo, uminom ng kape, kumain ng breakfast so that you have the full energy to start your online and modular distance learning. So another one, like what I have told you, always have a backup for all your outputs. So para pag may nawawala, you have plan B. Another one, always ask questions when needed, okay? Just make sure that when you ask questions, either is, there's a respect on it. Okay, remember, ang kausap nyo ay teacher, hindi ang estudyante. Hindi nyo kapwa estudyante ang kausap nyo. So, alam nyo, ang mga teacher ay hindi yan magagalit kung maganda ang way of how you say things. Okay? So, another one is no recycling of outputs. I know our modules may be recycled in terms of the activities and all, but make sure that you are not going to recycle your outputs. Outputs of your sisters, brothers, friends, and all, because you also will suffer if you're going to be going to college because your outputs are not original, not authentic, and not real because that's not what you did. That's not your original presentation, original activity, original assignment. So if it's not yours, definitely it will be hard for you to get the skill. Kasi yung mga outputs naman namin na binibigay sa inyo is not just for the sake of doing it, but attaining the skill for that activity. Okay? So if you will not get that skill, definitely you will suffer as you go on with college. Taking your course in college. And you are already grade 12, so you need to be ready, this is preparation. All your subjects in grade 12 and even in grade 11 and even when you were in junior high school are all preparation for your college and preparation for your future. That's why hindi pwede ang copycat. So no recycling of outputs, no copying of outputs so that you will be ready as you go on with your future course or your future job in the near future. So another one, also, though we are into online distance learning and there's no face-to-face, don't forget to be happy. because as we start with the opening of classes, I know you will be bombarded with outputs, and I know you will be bombarded also with learning different topics, different concepts for the different subjects. So don't forget to be happy, and also don't forget to communicate whenever you do have a problem. It's either in, I mean, it's either with the subject per se, or it can either be, problems with life. Okay. So, like our DepEd secretary in education, education cannot wait. So, in short, life, I mean, we need to move on and make learning be fun and make you learn also, even if you're on screen, and also even if you're just learning from your modules. So, anyway, my communication is open. So, if you have questions, queries, you can just comment into our GC, or you can just comment into this video, because I will be uploading this video into my YouTube channel. So if you have, queries also in the future for my other, for the other topics that we're going to be dealing here in the subject creative writing, feel free to do so. Okay, so I will end this session for our subject orientation with this quote, like, train your mind to see the good things in everything. Positivity is a choice. Happiness is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So again, be happy and have or start your day with happy learning. Bye bye, everyone. And I hope we will see each other, in face to face or on cam. So again, this is your teacher for creative writing. I'm Miss Maria Jessica Similia, and these are my contact numbers if you want to message me or you're going to send your outputs. So bye-bye everyone, and I hope I will see you soon.